Okay, here we go. Yeah. Wait, the music's not going right. Okay, shut up, music. Okay. All right. Hi. 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 This is my wave now from now on. Yes, tis the Mimi morning show. Hello. Hello. Y'all, thank you so much. That is correct, Amundo. That is right. Shout out to Sports for You Wrestling. Yup, yup, yup. Do what they said. He said what he said. That's right. That's right. I am live streaming on YouTube, as well, I'm not streaming on X. I am actually in a spaces on X. So I had this, okay, so before, like when I was like kind of in between like platforms or whatever, I was utilizing X for spaces and I'm like on camera on the X spaces. Um because I couldn't stream to X because I didn't have X premium. So now I'm on StreamYard. I'm on the free plan, as you can see, because I have the fucking StreamYard logo, not my logo. Um, and now, okay, so like the way StreamYard worded or how I read it was um that you could stream up to, on the free thing, you could stream up to like two platforms. I guess not. I guess I was thinking a restream, but I thought that's what it said on because it allowed me to schedule it. So that's why I got a little confused with that with StreamYard. Um, and yeah, so you can't. So then I go live on X, and it was like, you can only stream up to one platform. I was like, okay, fuck that. I'm gonna do YouTube. And we're actually gonna talk about social media predictions in a bit. So that's why I said fuck it, I said YouTube. I actually, like I said, I actually do like spaces. I like X spaces because it's more, you can kind of interact a little more. And I saw someone, I'm actually gonna pin this comment. Thanks. Um, I actually saw someone on like one of my fave creators was streaming and they were going over this platform that I'm actually going to show in a minute too. They were going over this platform and I saw that someone used X Spaces as like, you know how like do radio stations, like how you would call in the stations back in the day. So that's what they were kind of using Spaces for. And I kind of almost thought before, but I didn't know how it was going to work. So a couple of times when I went live on Spaces, people came up and wanted to request. I was like, no, because I don't know how it's going to work. And then when they did, I was like, oh, it could work that way. So then now I'm trying it now. So it was a last minute thing. It wasn't scheduled. So if no one comes into the X space, whatever. No one calls in. It is what it is. But yeah. So just, you know, kind of like just thinking of other ways to like be creative in this content creation journey. Is I kind of like, hold on, my name is too long. Could I change it now? Kind of bothering me. Can I change it now? Hold on. Pause. It's like too long. There we go. That's better. Okay. So, just trying different things. I like to try different things. And especially with limited resources as far as like financially, I got to get creative. I have to get creative. So, I was going to use OBS to go live, but then like considering what's the little question mark mean? Because I mean it's a question. Oh, that's cute. Okay. Um, yeah, considering oh, bird. Oh, it's a pretty little bird. Sorry. I'm like seriously like um yada I mean, yada yada I can't do it correctly. Why does okay, so when Jacob Fatu does the that's I, I don't know what it is about that man, but when he does the yada I mean, it kind of does some things. Anyways, um that's how we're getting started. It is hump day. Happy Wednesday, by the way, you guys. I hope you guys are having a good week. Um, I don't know what the fuck I was talking about before. But anyways, so yeah, gotta get creative. Gotta get creative. I mean, it is called content creator at the end of the day. You gotta get creative, you know what I'm saying? So you're creating shit. You're kind of going along the way. You're just going on your journey and you're just chilling and then you're not chilling and then yeah. So, I have actually the title of this episode, it's actually the 20th episode now. This is the 20th episode of the Mimi Morning Show. And I mean, clap for me. Everyone clap for me because yes, clap for me. I've been very consistent. And it's because one of the things is because I like doing this. I just like doing it. It's fun. I like getting on here and popping my shit. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Clap for me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's right. Thank you. Uh, to my consistency. Yay. Um, but I do notice that it helps with like on YouTube. It does help on X as well. Just kind of helps on social media in general. And when you're on this, when you're doing content creation, like consistency is key. So we even discussed that in the workshop. Fuck. Why the fuck do you want to eyelashes? Why do you want to lash right now? Like, just lash, but like not in my eye when I'm on camera. Jesus fucking Christ. Thank you. Thank you for the claps. Oh yeah, Faith. You might want to well, I swear. So you should have your earbuds in. I hope you do. If you're at work, put your earbuds in. Yeah. So, yeah. Kind of I don't know. Today I kind of woke up. I don't know if my nervous system is like kind of um for real trust. She's been warned seriously multiple times. And like the vibes. So yeah, first of all today as you can see, it's a little bit later. Uh, and I done. And I will not be. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, I'll try to calm it down a little bit for you. I mean, um, but yeah. So this week, the Mimi Morning Show was a little bit later. It was an hour later. I actually uh just I had I attended a workshop. So I attended one workshop and one discussion. So I am your favorite twerking techie, hashtag twerking techie, is getting back into the hackathon scene. Yes, yes. Tapping back into my tech founder side. In 2024, I didn't realize, I thought it was 23. Time freaking flies. In 2024, I participated in a decentralized intelligence hackathon put on by Learn Web3. And I placed second in my category. That was my first hackathon ever. And I was like, oh shit, I can do this, you know? And I did it. Um, and then after that, I actually like won prize money. And then I took that and spent it and went into like a grant funding round to earn some more ducats to continue building. And I did that too. So it was pretty cool. So I had my little tech founder run in 2024. Pretty freaking cool. The app is now sunset because I just didn't have enough bandwidth. I didn't have enough help. I didn't have a team. It's hard to find good help in this economy, especially because I mean people want to be paid for their work, which duh, I totally understand. I didn't realize that there was going to be. I didn't realize that like in the space I was building in that there was gonna be people that were like that I wasn't gonna really get the help that I thought I was gonna get. I thought that people were just gonna be like, "Oh, yeah, you built this cool thing. I wanna be a part of it." Didn't quite happen like that. And then I didn't have enough to pay someone because people are hiring. If you wanna have a dev team, it's gonna be very expensive, okay? It's gonna be more expensive than what I dealt with before. Before, I hired writers to writers in other countries, by the way, which I'm usually very pro, like keep shit here in the United States. But when you've been on the other side of that coin, like literally and figuratively, you choose a little differently. You're like, okay, well, maybe I will kind of go in here and maybe I will hire someone from another country because it's cheaper right now, and then you scale and but with that said, yeah, so the app's been sunset, but I'm ready again. I'm ready to come back and dust off the tech founder boots and um dive headfirst into another project. I'm actually participating in two events. One's a build-a-thon, which means it's longer. So it's a hackathon, but just extended. Then a hackathon is just like a couple weeks, or sometimes it could be a couple days. So it could be hackathon could be anywhere from a couple days to a couple weeks, but it's usually short. Build-a-thon it is something that you can you start the project and then you continue building on it. So actually, and I have actually because both events are geared towards security. So, me being a security student, I was like, okay, hell yeah. Hi, Jameer. Um, so just so you know, okay, hold on. First of all, let me see. Yes, hello, Jameer. Um, if you want to continue listening in, thank you for popping in on X Spaces. This is going to be kind of like a call-in type thing. So when I start talking about like WWE stuff, you can when I start talking about wrestling stuff, WWE stuff, feel free. Why the fuck am I I'm not why am I sitting hold on. What is going on? What is going on? Why am I sitting sideways? Okay, maybe I should do this. Okay. You know what? Fuck. You know what? I'm sitting whatever. It, it looks weird to me. It may not look weird to you. Maybe it looks okay with you for you. Anyways, um okay, yeah, do. Get your popcorn. Um yeah, because it's gonna be like a call-in thing. So people can come into the space and they can request if they want to speak. People I know, though. People I know. Okay. People I've seen before, I know, because we ain't bringing no randos up here. Because we're not doing that. And that's not, no, that's not the vibe. But yeah, so yeah, I'm entering this hackathon and build-a-thon, and I actually found a way where both products, both software can be integrated and used together in a project. So that's what I'm going to do. Two birds, one stone. Work smarter. Okay. That's what I'm trying to do nowadays. Work the freak smarter. So that's why the Mimi Morning Show was pushed off a little bit more, was a little bit later today because started a little bit later, which actually maybe is better because y'all was able to pop up. So maybe this is okay. The Mimi Not So Morning Show. Okay, maybe. Yeah, yeah, possibly. Um, so that's why I was a little bit later today. That's why I was an hour later. I'm still trying to stay consistent um with showing up and showing out. So, yeah, in the spirit of consistency. We I just showed up a little bit later. So yes, I was involved in just those meetings and those calls and learning more and things of that nature. Plus, you got to show up at those things too, because then people start to notice you. And I swear to God, that's how I won last time. Because you when you show up and you're always asking questions, you're always showing up to like the you always show your face, you're asking questions, you're building in public, you're doing all those things. People, they kind of already like approve and they see your idea like, okay, yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. And then you kind of, so there's that whole thing. I'm dialed Mimi at brunch. Yeah, that's right. I know I'd be kind of have like a brunch schedule. Even though this week I've been waking up earlier because of these things. Yesterday I was up at 6 o'clock. I was up at 5:30 in the morning, you guys. 5:30. I don't do that. I even made a post about it. I made a post about it because I'm like, I don't wake up that early for shit. I mean, when I have a, when I was working, when I had a job, I did, but I would push that shit off. I would push it to the very last second to where I can get up and still make it to work on time. But I guess for when it's on my time and I'm doing something that I want to do, I think it's easier, you know? And it's not every single day. Like when you go to work, it's and it's just like takes a toll on you. You're like, fucking A. Because not only do you gotta get up and get ready, that takes energy. You gotta get up, sometimes fight traffic, or get up and keep, the commute. If you take public transportation, usually in my case, yes. Actually in Houston, I was taking Lyft every day to work, which is a lot less stressful because it's only one person in the car. There's driver and you ain't got to deal with the traffic. I would sit back there and I would have like my headphones and I would kind of like do some like breathing meditation and stuff like that. It was nice. It was actually really nice. Yeah. But all right. So I am my cafe boost. I know the Cafe Bustelo, I know. So, I had some tea this morning. I was like, "Damn, I should," because I always have it. See, I love that. I love that because that's a thing, you know? Uh, because I did have to wake up so early this week, I am kind of like slowing down on it. That's what I was talking about before, because I said I don't know if it's my nervous system. It's kind of like, because I'm sensitive. Because okay, Cafe Bustelo is like an espresso style, so it's strong, and I make my coffee strong. So it can. I'm sensitive. Like as I get older, I guess, like I'm more sensitive to things like sound, especially like smell, sound. And then they even like caffeine or like too much sugar, things of that nature. I'm sensitive to. I guess also because I've kind of changed the way I've eaten or like what I consume is a little cleaner. So, sounds it is. Yes. Yes. I am bougie. Yes. A little bit bougie. Just a little bit. A little bouge. A little bouge. Um, everyone should be a little bougie, like a little bit, you know. Even if it's a bougetto, you know, bougie ghetto. Um, anyways, yeah. So I get um yeah, I just kind of have to slow down on the coffee. So because my system will be out of whack and then it also affects up my sleep, which also then affects my system, nervous system, because I need my sleep. So, yeah, it's just so yeah, no, I did have some tea. I had some green tea, antioxidant, you know, because I noticed something was a little awry. So, yeah, right now it's just water. This week is just water. Um, yeah, no, even today I woke up kind of just uh, I don't know, like my body was kind of tired. And then also too, like I just ended my period. I which my hormones sometimes mess with me too. I have PMDD, so I was diagnosed in 2020, which means basically my brain doesn't know how to react. It's basically how I explain it quickly is and easily is PMDD is when your brain doesn't really know how to respond to all of the hormonal changes that you go through. So my brain is like, what the fuck? And I'm like, well, yeah, what now? Then it makes me go, what the fuck? Because I don't know what's going on. So yeah, it just, and then I was sick and I took medicine. You should take it. Yeah. So it was just a lot of things. Again, sensitivity. All right. All that sensitive stuff. And I'm very aware of myself and my body. But yeah, this morning I woke up feeling kind of just like, ugh, but I needed to stretch too. I think I need to stretch more. I've been working out and I do stretch after my before and after my workouts, but I think it's the in between, especially with me being sedentary and looking at my computer screen, you know, doing things. I think I need to stretch more in between. For sure. Yeah. I need to stretch more in between. So I've been doing that too. Kind of like, you know, this week has been kind of like waking up a little earlier and then kind of like evaluating my routine and kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? I guess like maybe I guess in the spirit of newness, new year, I guess. But yeah, so there's that. All right. That's enough about me ish for now, kind of. So I want to go ahead and jump into some things. Because there was kind of a lot that I came across. And then a lot when I get to like the WWE portion, please don't mind me. I don't have a lot of visuals. I don't have a lot of links. I have a lot of links to show. I don't have a lot just because like again, things got shuffled around a little bit. But so we're gonna start with I will start with social media predictions for 2026. Now, this is me basically I got these from a source, okay? So the source is from Aphrodite. Shout out to Aphrodite on X and on YouTube, Aphrodite. So, what he did was he is a tarot card reader, okay? And he was doing of like predictions of where he thinks social media platforms are going to go in 2026, like what the year is going to be like on on social media according to tarot cards. So, it's really interesting. I actually too have dabbled in tarot. Some I lost. I had this really cool set of Egyptian tarot cards and I fucking lost it in the move. I think from thought I had them with me because I had like a pouch and then I had like dice. So yeah. So but I thought I had it with me, but I guess I left them somewhere. They got lost on the way from me coming from Houston back to California. So yeah. But so I will actually I'm not gonna play the video, but I'll just kind of show the video. I'll share my screen. Um, I forgot how. Let me see. I'm still getting used to StreamYard. Excuse me. Um, uh, let me share the damn screen. Don't give me shit. Okay. So there we go. So that is Aphrodite, and like I said, he was predicting. Stop it. All the pop up thingies. He was predicting like his the YouTube. Like he's on YouTube predicting the like what 2026 is gonna look like in tarot. Actually, I think I'm gonna do it on here too. I'm gonna share it if you want. Oh shit. Hold on. My bagel. Let's see. I think I will share it on here too. Might as well. Oh, fuck a doc. Okay. So this is what I'm referring to. And then what I'll do is I watch the video and then I'm gonna like um just kind of go over it basically. What I gathered, my interpretation. So basically, YouTube is here to stay, which is why I went ahead and said, all right, if I can't go live on X and YouTube simultaneously and I got to pick one, I'm picking YouTube. YouTube is here to stay just because like, and it makes total sense. Like again, he did this prediction based on tarot cards and the tarot cards that he pulled. And but I'm gonna back it up with some like insight. It makes total sense. YouTube is basically Google, but video. Even when you go into Google, and Google's like the number one search engine, even when you go into Google and you type in things, right? You type in like a question, and you can even do Gemini now too. I don't think it comes up in Gemini. Does it? Actually, yes, it does. So even if people use AI, all right, there's links. AI will bring up links, right? Gemini will. And those links can be videos, which sometimes are YouTube, most of the times are YouTube videos, right? If you just use Google itself, you go into the search engine, you get YouTube video links. Like, and that's not even have like a thumbnail. You know what I'm saying? So it's everywhere. So YouTube is basically one big search engine. And we as the creators are contributing, um, we're putting our lives, knowledge, experience is out there for everyone else to like contribute or for everyone else to comment, maybe contribute to the conversation, to share things of that nature, right? So it makes sense. And then he went on further to say that, and according to the cards on YouTube, he was just saying that YouTube is going to basically kind of like really hone in on the meat and potatoes of being that. Um, of kind of like how kind of like back in the heyday, I guess, when it started. I don't think it ever really lost its sauce. But of course, with time, things change. So, yeah. Hello, the Remix channel. Thank you. I am doing well. How are you? So, yeah. Um, Again, if you're on X and you want to like have something to say about if you have a comment, something to say, you can request. But yeah, so YouTube is here to stay. All right. Like, I think I could, excuse me, I'll put the video in here too. YouTube is here to stay. TikTok. So TikTok is essentially, according to Aphrodite, is kind of gonna be dismantled. So maybe don't put all your eggs in that basket. Nowadays, with anything, the name of the game is diversification. Diversify. All right. And ownership. So you want to own your content anyway. So you want to go onto platforms where you can own your content, because when you put content on these websites, they own it per the terms of service. So yeah, TikTok, he saw on the cards that probably like TikTok dating, but government involvement is going to essentially dismantle TikTok. It'll still be around, but I think, to quote Aphrodite, he said it'll be a shell of what it used to be. Which, I mean, thinking about how it was politicized, um, that totally makes sense. Like when you look at the big picture and you look at the history of TikTok and these other social media platforms, it makes sense. Totally does. Awesome. Got back from a workout. Cool beans. What did you do? What did you work on? I was gonna go where I was thinking about, usually today is my gym day, but like I said, today I woke up feeling, I don't know, like in my body, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Something's up. Um, TikTok is just a bigger version of Vine. Eventually it's gonna evolve into something else. Yeah, probably. Yeah, for sure. No more social media dating. Mm. That's facts. This is why I do not post to Facebook pictures or myself of children, because the fine print. Yep. Yeah, they will. Exactly. They will use it, as you said, they will use it as they see fit. For sure. Your ass could pop up in a fucking commercial ad. You're like, what? Biceps. Nice. Biceps, upper body stuff, and some leg curls with a light workout today. Yeah. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe a light workout. But I don't know. It depends on how long the stream goes. Because then also too, where I live, like it gets cold. So like the temperature, okay, like it's hot right now, right? But then the temperature drops so quick. And then by the time I'm done with my workout, because even if I say like, oh, I'm gonna do a light workout, I usually end up doing a not so light workout. I don't know. I get in there and I'm like a kid in the candy store. I'm like, ooh, I want to work this out. Ooh, I want to do that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, or you just kind of get, or you just put your music on and you just get into this zone. And next thing you know, you'll go shit. And then by the time I come back home, because I walk to and from the gym, um, when I get back home, by the time I'm getting ready to come home, it's dark out and it's cold because the temperature drops really quickly, and then my pores are open, even if I bundle up. Like, that's how I got sick I think that's how I got sick last time. Like, when I had a cold, I think that's how I got sick. Yeah, so I'm trying to be mindful of that. That's why I can't wait for summer. I mean, or spring too, because then it'll start to, it'll be warmer out later and it'll be light later. Yeah, yeah. Anyways, yeah. Uh, yeah. With AI, I don't need somebody automate. Right. That's true. Very that, very that. You have to be very careful with the data and your ownership. So yeah, you're like that too. Yep. You get into a zone, you get that music. Yeah, I put in like I'm like a I listen to new metal. I listen to like Corn, like Biscuit, mainly Corn. I don't know what it is. And then a little bit of Marilyn Manson. I just listen to stuff like that when I'm working out. Hey, Devin. Yes. What's up? What's good? Thank you for popping in. Thank you for popping in and showing love. I appreciate it. I can't wait to be on the show tomorrow. I gotta sign up for AMC Plus. There's a free trial, so I'm taking the trial. It's only a week, so that's why I'm gonna wait till tomorrow because if I like it, I'm gonna want to watch it again next week. So then I can, my trial will end next week, but then I'll have already watched the episode. So yeah, yeah. For those of you on X too, like I will be on um Devin the Tribal Chiefs podcast tomorrow. So yes, yes, yes. All right, the next one. So then we talk about Twitch. Twitch is dead. I think Twitch is basically he said Twitch is about to die. It's dead. It's pretty much already dead. Twitch was good in the heyday, and then I mean I can even see that now because I try to stream on there and it's like crickets. It ain't shit. So yeah. Um, he also predicted that TikTok and Twitch will have legal issues, which I mean, government involvement in TikTok, that kind of makes sense. Um, so here's another one. So we're coming to X/Twitter. So X, Aphrodite predicted that X is going to be the new Unk. So it's going to be like a Facebook kind of, which I mean, it makes sense because Twitter has been around since fucking what 2008? Like before then, it's been around for a while. I remember um yeah, yeah, it's been around for a while. I remember when back in the day when Diddy kept talking about Twitter. And that's why I resisted Twitter for so long because he was getting on my motherfucking nerves talking about Twitter every single second. It was annoying. And then finally I got on Twitter like late and then I was like, "Oh, I kind of do like this platform." And Twitter was really cool because you got to really like engage with brands back in the day, and you still kind of can on X a little bit, like you still kind of can. But Twitter was like the social media place. If you wanted to engage with your favorite brands, go on Twitter. That's basically what I know Twitter as. And so much so, I used to follow my local radio stations on Twitter, and I would know when they were going to give away concert tickets. So I would know like when to call in for the concert tickets. And I think it was in like 2011, I think it was between 2011 and 2012. I dubbed myself the queen of winning shit because I won so many like concert tickets, event tickets, like like going to like openings of like local restaurants and stuff. Like, yeah, like that. It was so cool. I want all kinds of stuff. So then, yeah, I was like, all right, fuck with Twitter. And it's always, then I've kind of like been off and on Twitter and kind of, yeah, just kind of like off and on for years. And everyone always said, like, oh, Twitter's dead, Twitter's gone. And it never went away until X. But technically the name still exists. We're gonna get into that more later too, because I got some tea on that too. We go into the comments. Comments. Y'all having fun in the comments. I love that. Um, I'll be tuning in more. I like the vibe yourself. Oh, thank you. Typically I go on like an hour earlier, but this week, and I don't know, maybe next week, because I'm doing this build-a-thon and hackathon. I'm doing a tech project. Um, I might we'll have to see how what the schedule is in the coming weeks. But I'll let you guys know. I always let you guys know. Um, yes, it's gonna be fun. Okay, Devin, can you confirm um for me the name? Because I think your handle on X is Clark Wrestling, or it says Clark Wrestling. So is that the show, Clark Wrestling? Because I know you Devin the Tribal Chief. So if you're like, I just kind of just because I don't know how to like, I keep referring to you as Devin the Tribal Chief. I think everyone kind of knows you as that. So I'm kind of confused. I don't know what to like refer. I just want to make sure I'm saying the right thing. That's all. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to shade you or anything like that. I'm just gonna make sure I say the right thing. So X gonna be the MySpace of this generation. Well, you can't pimp your page, so not quite. Miss that. I for the I got into well, I kind of got into coding before because I took a computer science class in high school, but pimping your page was like the beginner steps of becoming a developer, you know? The way big accounts are streaming. I know, use the for show. That's right. Yeah. Like I have to. You know what I'm saying? Like, ay, ay, ay. Yeah. X Twitter is already that grumpy, indecisive, mouthy, drunk uncle at the cookout. That part. On X, did you all hear that? X is already the grumpy, indecisive, mouthy, drunk uncle at the cookout. Very true. That is that is the vibe. That really is. Well, yep. It falls in line then with the prediction. So I Instagram, Aphrodite says, predicts that he looked into the cards and said, okay, so basically IG ain't shit either. It's just an asset and they don't care about the content creators or the users. So it's like basically an asset. It's just kind of like a pawn in the big scheme of things. Um, Facebook is still dead. Duh. Reddit accounts are going to be exposed. So if you're on Reddit, because I know a lot of people, including myself, are on Reddit. I have an account that on Reddit, I have an account that is like kind of anonymous. Like I'll show my face or anything. Like it's, like a burner type of account, but I don't do anything bad. Like I don't start no shit with nobody. Um, and then I have a regular, like Evelyn Mimi J on Reddit. So, but it is Aphrodite is predicting that Reddit is going to be some big user accounts are going to be like exposed, kind of like influencing. like like swaying like voters or like some big crap like that. Like it's going to be a mess. It's basically going to get messy. Reddit is. Um Snapchat might be looking to be a job board, like something with their like okay, because like the maps. So they're like Aphrodite is predicting that Snapchat might look into something like job board, like something for the community, kind of using like the maps location, like using that um, for something to a spinoff. And then Pinterest is basically still trying new things. They're trying to be more relevant to younger users. And those are the things that they're kind of trying. They're gonna be trying to do things on to like get there to make Pinterest more relevant again. Because it's not. Although it is a good hey John, yep, lunchtime with Mimi. That's right. Um, yeah, like although Pinterest, like because people can like pin stuff and it stays on their board. So I mean, it can be useful for like marketing and content creation. It really can if you work it. But it's predicted that they're going to try new things. They want to kind of like just basically reach a younger audience. Whether it will work or not, I think he said something like it like temporarily. No, that's Facebook. Facebook's going to try something and then it's going to work temporarily. The people are going to not care anymore. Um, Pinterest's visual version of Target Home goes to TJ Maxx all rolled for real. So that's it. That's I mean that's interesting. I mean that's very interesting too. That's an interesting point. That's an interesting concept. You know, because then you can look at it online and can probably literally walk into any of those stores and then be like, "This is what I want." Show your phone. Like I'm looking for this. Help me find this. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, yeah, they have good data. Like looking at it from like a tech perspective, like they have good data because you have people who you know their interests. You know what I mean? One thing I'll also say about Pinterest too, I don't think I've ever heard of them having any hot water as far as like security and data stuff is concerned. I don't think I have heard of anything from them. They've been pretty like so. I mean, if that's the case, kudos to Pinterest. You know, so yeah, and actually, it sounds like Pinterest might be an actual ethical like tech company. Like, hey, that's cool. It's murky waters when it comes to stuff like that. So that was the actual video. And then, so shortly after I watched that video, then this happens. I saw this. This was 5 days ago. So shortly after I watched that video, look at this shit. Apple asked to pull X and Grok apps over sickening content generation. Basically, it's kind of like about the I think this kind of happened like it's about like with like Grok. It basically has to do with like child, we'll call it exploitation. Um because you can like apparently I haven't tried this. Um but people can like use Grok to like undress photos or like put them in like you know what I'm saying? Like just kind of weird doing weird shit basically. People are using Grok to do some weird shit. Like I said, I haven't tried it. I don't want to try it. I am not curious about that. That's weird. It's weird. Um, yeah, and it's like even if I mean, no, it's just weird. Just ugh. But anyways, yeah. So yeah, so I this article came out. What the fuck? Ew, I hate those ads. Oh, that was weird. Okay, I'm not gonna scroll down anymore. Ew, weird ad. Um, yeah, so then that happened. Then, um, apparently, then also this happened. So I'm not kidding, like legit. After he posted that video, okay? After he posted that video, this shit started happening. I started seeing this shit. Instagram data leak exposures exposes sensitive information of 17.5 million accounts. You see me like, MFA apps. Then IG decided to double down on this shit. Not double down, but like they try to like say, well, so IG then responded to that and said, we fixed an issue that let an external party request pass. Sorry. We fixed an issue that let an external party request password reset emails for some people. There was no breach of our systems and your Instagram accounts are secure. You can ignore those emails. Sorry for any confusion. Now, and then someone made a great point and said, no breach, but an external party can trigger a password reset. Sounds like a breach. Yeah. Yeah. So, and you know, IG and Facebook are connected, Meta, whatever the fuck they're calling themselves. So just, yeah, just be on the lookout, be safe out there. It's a jungle, like legit. Pinterest minds his own business, right? It's own day, but that's right. It ain't trying to mix it up with these other platforms, but it's this cozy homebody. How you're giving these, I love how you're giving these, I love how you're giving these social media platforms these like personas. Yo, you know, it'd be funny if there was like, if someone create this, someone do like a wrestling match of the social media platforms. Like just take wrestlers and put their heads, put the social media platform like logo head like on their heads. And yes, someone needs to do that. Someone do that, please. That would be amazing. And then tag me. I want to see that shit. Pinterest is a cozy homebody that cooks great food, binges shows, and loves self-help. And I'm okay with that. That sound like me. Oh man. So lots going on in social media. Um, and then actually while we're kind of still on social media, you know what? Let's go to um Elon Musk being petty. So, Mr. Musk suspended the Twitter account on X. So there's still a Twitter account on X. He suspended the Twitter account. At first, when I saw this, I thought it was like, at first, when I saw this, I was like, who making up shit? I saw it on X. I thought people were just like making up shit. I was like, but then it got news coverage, and I was like, oh, this shit, okay, must be real. Like, so yeah. Yep. And then you see breaking X. X has suspended Twitter. Oops. Well, I clicked on the link. Um, yeah. So he was being petty. Now, I actually inquired and am wondering why he was petty. Now, for those of you who have been watching the Mimi Morning Show consistently, you may have. Oh my God, my stomach is rumbling. God damn it. I still have so much to talk about. Sorry, stomach. I ate earlier. Ugh, maybe that's why. Maybe I'm like not eating enough or something. I feel like I eat a lot though. Like, what the fuck? Um, so I inquired. I I wonder if this is the reason why he's being petty. I thought I had put the no. So on the Mimi Morning Show, I forgot which episode, but I talked about this and how um there's a company, it's called Operation Bluebird, that is trying to reclaim Twitter's trademarks. They filed a claim and a lawsuit because they're trying to get Twitter back, and they want to call it Twitter.new. What? You can hold on. There's a wait list to join. Y'all, hold up. There's a wait list to join Twitter.new. I didn't know there was a wait list. You can get your hand. I don't think I'm gonna have to hop on that. Hold on. You can request your handle, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna drop it in the chat. Twitter.new. Holy crap. Get your new Twitter handles. Yup. Get your new Twitter handles. Get your new wow. I want to get mine. Hold on. I'm not gonna do it right now because I'm doing the show, but we gonna hop on this real quick. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna leave it open. Holy shit. Hold on. Let me tell X. Hold on. Let me go on here. That is it. Wow. Okay. Hold on. Oh shit. My phone is getting hot. Damn. I did not know that. I don't know if I'll just copy why can't oh, my poor phone. Oh, okay. Why is it? Yeah. So yeah, Twitter.new. That's crazy. So that was the reason that I came up with. I want to, let me switch because my phone is getting hot. Just put it over here. Oh shit, that's a weird view. Hold on. There we go. That's better. I think that's better. You just did it? Sorry for the weird kind of view. As my phone is dying, or not it's getting really hot, is what's happening. You just did it? You got your handle? I gotta get mine. It better not be. You know what? Hold on. Let me see. Request. Hold on, I'm doing it right now. Oh my God. Doing it right now. Oh my God. Wow. Yeah, I just did it. I didn't realize I was doing it on the thing. Well, you see it, you saw it here first. I got my handle. I got my twitter.new handle. That's funny. That's right. Wow. So that was the reason why I wonder because the so here's the article. This article was written on December 8th. And I think so if they filed, let me see. Yeah, because they okay, in its December 2nd petition. So they basically started this in December. They started that in December. They started the process in December. So I'm like, okay. And then Elon Musk just all of a sudden ups and blocks, just suspends the account. Who is this? Jordan, what's up? Oh, hey, Megan. Yeah, okay. Megan. So, shit. Sorry for the weird angle. It's the fact that, yeah, I'll just do this. I don't know if you can hear me, but my phone is starting to get hot and it was kind of in the sun. And my what's it called is broken. My tripod is broken. Fuck. I'll just have to put it here. Hopefully, maybe the sun is okay. Okay. Megan, remember how you posted about Twitter.new? So, okay, did you hear that? So yeah, Twitter.new and Elon Musk this weekend just suspended the Twitter account. There was a Twitter account on X. Elon Musk suspended that account and over the weekend. And I guess it was last week or this week or whatever. He suspended it. So my thinking is he got petty. Like, I wonder if the case, like if the petition and stuff like that the needle got moved. And now you could claim, I put it in the chat. Well, you saw. I didn't put the Twitter.new, but you could claim your Twitter handle. I just claimed my Twitter.new Twitter handle. So you'll get an email so this is really cool. This is like some alpha shit. Okay. This is gonna be wow. That's funny. Oh Lord. All right, we go move on from this topic because yeah, this has been a long one. Um, but hey everyone. Um, and then now articles are a premium feature. So if you're on X, yeah, do it, girl, do it. Grab it. I did mine just now live. Uh, um, so if you have X premium, if you care to know. Oh, whoops, wrong one. Wrong. If you have X premium, if you like I said, if you care to know, you can now write articles. So before articles, could only be written by those with Premium Plus account. I did have a Premium Plus account when it first came out and it was way cheaper. So that's why I have a few articles. But then it got way too fucking expensive. And I was like, I'm not paying what, $50, $50 a month. So now you can write articles on X even if you have premium, the $8 a month one. Well, I believe that's another hack. I don't know if y'all knew. For those of you who do have like the verified check, the blue check, um, if you pay for X Premium through the App Store, like I know on Apple, I don't know about Android, but if you pay through the App Store, you pay $11. You're paying more. If you just go on your desktop on your PC and you um you get the premium that way, you only pay 8. So the reason why you pay more on the app is because of the App Store fee. Like Apple App Store. I don't know if it's the same for Android. If anyone who has Android and you're on your phone and maybe you have premium on your phone, you can tell me like how much it is. Uh, so I hope y'all don't hear my stomach. If you do, I'm sorry. My stomach is pissed. My stomach is cussing me out. My stomach cussing me out. I'm sorry if you hear it. I'm trying to drink. That's why I'm drinking all this water, but it's cussing me out. Anyways, yeah. So there's that little hack too. Um, so yeah. Yeah, we did that trail. That's right. We got our handles. But yeah, okay. So you can write articles on X. If you care about that thing. You mean you can't, I mean, I did an article. It's fun. I like to do them. They now also are prioritizing more like longer form content so it can help with your reach. So if you write articles, if you do videos, longer form content is the new alpha, right? It's going to be the alpha, meaning on social media, we're going to go from all this short term shit. There was even a video with Elon Musk doing an interview, and he was asked, "What do you think is what content do you think is causing brain rot or something like that?" And he was like, "Short form." So that means they're going to be prioritizing longer form content. And I actually heard that they caught on because there was a YouTube video I watched from a content creator in Asia, or well, an Asian content creator. Shout out to Asian Boss on YouTube, since I'm streaming on YouTube. Shout out to Asian Boss. Um, he was saying that over there in the eastern on the east, that they were making that switch as well. So, which could also probably be the reason why, like, maybe they don't give a fuck about TikTok anymore. It's it's a it's so yeah. Um, so there's that. I think that's it for social media. I think now most of everything else now is wrestling related. So for those of you on X, the reason why I opened up on an X space video, is to kind of like treat it like a call. Like how you can kinda call in to, like, back in the day, like, call into a radio station. Or I think also too, like, it doesn't not Sam, he does that too, right? He has a show, people can actually call in. So so this is kind so X Spaces can be kind of a way to, like, call in, to the Mimi Morning Show. And I saw this done actually on another stream. But then I also had dabbled with X Spaces before. So anyways, yeah. So now we're talking about the wrestling part. Now we're gonna talk about wrestling stuff. Mainly WWE. Like I said, I will be watching TNA um tomorrow for the first time. I'm gonna be watching TNA for the first time tomorrow. Live reaction with Devin the Tribal Chief. So that'll be interesting because I've never watched it before. So yeah, and I want to start trying. I want to start watching more pro wrestling. Like I want to watch the other promotions. Because now I've seen WWE. It's like okay, cool. Like all right. So now I did watch some AEW. I didn't watch this week. There's a lot of wrestling that goes on. There's a lot to keep up with. So I haven't watched every single freaking thing. I didn't even watch NXT. Like I try to kind of stick with just a few things at a time because your girl can only do so much. Can only watch so much. But I've been off for this semester. I'm off from school, taking a leave of absence. So I got a little more time. Yeah, so join for TNA tomorrow. Well, okay, it's not my live stream. It's Devin the Tribal Chief's live stream. As a matter of fact, hold on, let me put it in the hold on. Let me find it. Yeah, it's not my live stream, so I can't like bring you up. Um, why is it I saw something this morning. Here we go. Yeah. So I'm not gonna be able to bring you up, Jameer, but you can tune in for sure. I'm gonna download the what's it called? The AMC Plus app. And use the trial because they like have a trial. So yeah. So there you go. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing that tomorrow. Um, let's see. So TNA is great. You're in for a treat. Okay. Yeah, I haven't been AEW has impressed me so far. I am actually enjoying AEW. So that's been good. And so yeah, TNA. And then I think I also want to get into I don't know if it's still current. Is Ring of Honor still current? Because I actually also too have been watching documentaries, like from a while ago. Like I forgot the document. There's a wrestling documentary channel here on YouTube. Um, they're really good, and I've been watching their videos, and a lot of because I think because also wasn't CM Punk in Ring of Honor? Uh, and then there was a yeah, I think CM Punk. I thought there was another one that was in there. Oh no. But yeah, so I want to watch that. And I also want to watch New Japan. So and I'm gonna take along on the ride, you know? So yeah. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about wrestling. So if you guys want to request, if you want to come up, if you have thoughts, um, yeah, Punk, Samoa Joe. Oh, okay, for Ring of Honor. Okay, interesting. All right, cool. Yeah. So if you guys want to come up on X, request the mic and we could talk. So, as far as talking points are concerned, starting off with, um, Tiffany Stratton. So, come to find out, she's been hurt. She's had an injury. Um, and do we even know like the injury? Let me see. SmackDown quite some time, unfortunately. Oh hell. Okay, can someone just tell? Because that's why I don't like what's it called? I don't like on news break because they be having these weird ass fucking ads, and then when you scroll to read the thing, it's weird. It's weird. I have to stop using them as a source. Okay, Jameer has requested. We're going to accept. All right. Hello, Jameer. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me turn it up so you can hear he could be on live. Okay. So basically she had an ankle injury. Hello? Okay. Yeah, so it seems like she had an ankle injury. I wonder why that wasn't reported on in the first place. Well, when she was gone, what did they say the first time that she had an ankle injury? Okay, I do remember that dialogue. I do remember that. But they didn't really like say like they didn't like make like I don't remember like what I'm trying to say is I don't remember like a formal Tiffany Stratton has been like a story like Tiffany Stratton is out with an injury. I don't remember that unless I just missed it. Did you Oh, another one. Okay. Okay. Another okay. Now we have Megan. Megan the Impact. Yes. Hello. This is fun. We are pioneering. You know what? Okay. I don't want to hold my phone, but my tripod is broken. Let's see. The tripod broke. It was cheap. It was on sale, I guess, and it was on sale for a reason. Oh, okay. But I'm gonna try to make it work somehow because I don't want to hold my phone. I'm just like, huh? Oh, there's an echo. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, we're trying things, trying new things out here. Thank you for does it bother you? Is it like annoying? Oh, okay, cool. All right. Well, not too bad. Okay. I'm sorry. It's how am I gonna do this? Okay. Okay. Shit. Well, I usually put it up here. Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, Oh, well, you're on the live. If you're on YouTube Live, you're getting a close up of my titties. Okay. Here we go. Okay. All right. I think we're good. Yep. Okay. Oh, well, now it's sideways. I don't, why is it sideways? It's annoying. Well, so weird. Now it's a weird angle. Now you just see my mouth. This is weird. I don't understand on, oh, because I did that. Oh, let me do it this way. There we go. Well, it's still kind of sideways. I look sideways, so that's weird. But anyways, okay. Yeah, I think I did it like this before. Okay. All right. So, um, yeah. So, okay. So she, Trell, Trell, don't try to act like you did. Trell, you like that view. Okay, this is really bothering me how, like, it's really bothering me how it's like this. Let me see if I can. Why is it not? Okay, whatever. It's bugging me, but it's just gonna have to bug me, I guess. Whatever. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I don't remember like a formal report or article of her injury. That's why I was kind of confused. Welcoming to the X Space stage, Megan the Impact. Hi. Oh, oh no, I'm sorry. I'm glad I'm glad you getting over it though. Oh, shit. Well, good. Mhm. Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Now, I already saw some like chatter already on X after this broke out about talks about her being I think actually I think I saw WrestleMania. So and I mean she was she was in the WrestleMania promo, the women's promo. So that makes sense. Yeah. So yeah. Right.
a WrestleMania uh, title opportunity unless they the story for her between now and then. Outside of that, she didn't necessarily be going back after Jay, but of course, you know that is who she lost her title to. So I guess she is entitled to a rematch um, for the title. I would just, I don't know. Honestly, a title reign kind of fell on deaf ears for me.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily great, but I don't know. I mean, it's it's never the champion's fault. It's the people who books her, you know. So I don't hold that against her. They could have done better by her for sure. Because I definitely loved her reign when she was in NXT. I thought she was a great champion.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar with her work as like champion in NXT. So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, no, the booking wasn't booking.
When she was champion, it was brief, but at least she was more comfortable. When she got to the main roster and when they turned her face, she felt out of her element. If that
Mm,
makes sense.
okay. Oh,
Yeah, I can definitely agree. I know this was a conversation that I had several times, excuse me, while she was champion, and she was definitely more in her comfort as a heel, where you could see just wrestlers really thrive in different personalities.
right.
And with Tiffany, she was a really good heel. And when she came to the main roster, they did kind of start her off as a heel, teaming her up with Nia. But then when it started to look as though she was going to cash in on Nia, they kind of started transforming her to a face. And I think that's where she kind of just got lost,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because she just, you know, that's just what she does. You know, she's
Mm-hmm.
a really good heel. And you know, if there's a way that they can bring her back and she comes back as a heel, like how they had done with Jade, I feel like Jade has definitely thrived since winning the title as a heel because that is just what she's naturally good at. Even if people wasn't familiar with her work in AEW, this is who she was in AEW. Who you see her now. That is who Jade was in AEW, and that's what drew me to her. You know, and it's the same with Tiffany. You know, especially when she was in NXT.
Yeah.
You know, he should have. I'm saying that since she debuted in the Rumble, she should have came as a heel. Now I know, hey, they got to get her through the system. Her going to a baby face. They tried to let it run out, but apparently that didn't work. So now that she's a heel, I'm glad they can finally roll with this. And like you said, she is more comfortable and saying every way that she's that bitch. Which only doing it.
Yeah, it's getting kind of like, yeah, for sure. Who are you? All right, no worries. Sorry. No, I was just Sports for You Wrestling. Shout out to Sports for You Wrestling. Are you referring to Jade? Say they turned her because the fans were getting behind her heavy at the time. Trell, who are you referring to? Jade or Tiffany? Jade, probably. Okay. You're probably okay. Oh, he was talking about Tiffany.
Wow. I feel like Tiffany definitely got a way bigger push as a face when she was going up against Charlotte, and Charlotte was a bigger heel, at the time, especially with the promos. And I think that really shot Tiffany up as a face, because she could play both roles really well. She was a really good heel at the time, and I was on for it. I, excuse me. I definitely got a lot of flack defending Charlotte during that time, but it's like, do you want a heel to kind of, you know, do you want a heel to make you not like them? And
Right.
Charlotte was making a lot of people not like her.
Right.
But
She was doing her
also
job.
making Tiffany look really good
Right.
at the same time. So, if this is the potential lead up to her and Jade having their second face off for the title, then I don't see Tiffany going back as a heel. She will come back as a face, but she really has to put her all into being a fan favorite. And yes, Tiffy time and stuff. Yeah, you get the chance for that, but you know, the fans can only do so much for you. You have to, you have to bring that along with the fans, which is not to draw up another example, but I feel like that's the reason why Cody is kind of hoping that going heel, because he's a really good heel, but he also plays a very good face. He got the children loving him. The fans cheer for him no matter what.
Right.
And, I guess that could be very addictive.
Right.
Not a lot of people can be a heel that is cheered on relentlessly like Roman.
Yeah.
Roman is one of a kind. So, I'm excited to see Tiffany. I decided that would be Bianca to come back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when that would happen, but
right.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, speaking of comebacks, so I actually, yes, I made so last week when I was putting this together for the show, um I saw Wrestle Purists, and this was on January 11th. So not too long ago. uh they said Jada Parker will be returning to NXT TV soon. And yesterday was the soon. Um, so my question is what happened to her in the first place? Due to character development. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. Well, she's back. And I didn't watch when Alani and what? Right. Yeah, no, because she was in the no, and she was also with she also came out and battled Soul, right? Soul Ruka. Right, right. Yeah, Sports for You Wrestling on YouTube says, yeah, they took her off TV to turn her. I did see her get in Blake Monroe's face. I didn't watch it, but I saw clips obviously on X. Um, yeah, so they're turning what they want to turn her face then? Because Blake is a heel, ain't she? Okay. I would consider for the tweeter, but after she came back with a huge pop, yeah, definitely a face. Yeah, that's what Sports for You Wrestling too said. And the pop she got was a success. Her face run should be great. Yep. I know, I think that um I think people they probably missed her. Um, okay, she's been Sports for You Wrestling says she's been doing live events as a face. So, like, I guess, like, live events, meaning, like, obviously it wasn't televised, so people probably saw her there, and then they wanted her back on the screen. So maybe that's why she got such a big pop. Who missed her? Oh, yeah, that was the fir in the video, that's what I heard in the video. They were like, "What did he have to pop last did he have to pop anything last night?" He is. He is. That was crazy. Okay, so a good success. So we look forward to seeing more of Miss Parker. So there's a video. I think I'm gonna post it on here on X because those of us or there's people. I mean, I'm live on YouTube as well, so they can see it. Fadeaway Media posted a video with the caption after Cody Rhodes lost his WWE championship, a fan tried to storm the ring after the show. So have been after the cage was raised because Jacob Fatu came back and there was a cage match. So I guess the cage had been raised and then someone tried to storm. Let me post it for y'all to look at. Oh yeah. Oh, you saw the video? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, cool. But yeah, so what's up with these people storming? Like, people ain't got no respect. People, ugh.
They want to get their 15 minutes of fame when somebody jumps Seth Rollins.
Yes, I actually,
You know,
yeah, I didn't know about that. I did not know about that until I saw the documentary that the channel on YouTube that I mentioned. Um, yeah, I didn't see that until that. I didn't know about that. That's crazy. Okay, so okay.
we know this word that had to happen here in New York.
Oh Lord.
I don't know. I don't know. Between the jumping the barrier, between the approaching them at the airports, between the going to their homes, sending things to their homes.
Yeah, people just weird.
And death threats.
Yeah.
I had just saw a video recently. This is something I wasn't aware of, but someone had went to Randy's house as recent as last year. People are weird.
What?
Yeah, yeah. So, um, I, I, I honestly do not know what go through these people's minds. I would think I would be a little fearful to go to the house of someone that is 6'3", almost 300 pounds.
Who could whoop
like
your
they
ass?
for a living.
For real. They can whoop your ass. And so a lot of them live in like Florida in the South. They might be packing.
Stand your ground. It is a stand your ground state, you know.
And you taking all
So
kinds of you risking it all when you do that.
absolutely are. And, you know, I don't necessarily know what that fan was thinking. I do know they don't do a lot of overseas shows. So this was out in Germany. Um, but You have to have some type of decorum.
For real.
And these security guards, they're not playing. Their main priority is to make sure that these wrestlers stay safe, which means whatever whatever means that they have to do in order to get you away from them, they're going to do. You might leave with some bumps and bruises. You might leave with a broken bone or two. And you might not have any grounds to sue because of you initiated that. So
Right.
I don't know, but they definitely manhandled him and dragged him off into the back. So
Yeah.
there's the karma.
Yeah, for sure. That's crazy. Yeah. So yeah, what last thing before I move on, but yeah, Sports for You Wrestling on YouTube is saying, yeah, fans ruin it for the rest of us. Because okay, I've yet to go to a WWE event. Not a meet and greet or nothing yet. I haven't been to anything. And I'm just scared that people are going to keep doing this shit, and then WWE is gonna put like more restrictions, like, oh, you can't do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna mess it up for the rest of us who, you know, have some who have some scruples. I'm quoting somewhere from a space last night. Uh, huh? Yeah, it's like crazy. Like people are so weird. Okay, so now I'm gonna move on to another um I like I said, I called this episode of the Morning Show is called Realizations and Recaps. So I had some realizations this week. One of them, the first realization I have is, now y'all know I am a real it's even in my ex bio. Rhea Ripley fan. I'm part of Culture Clash Network. Shout out to Culture Clash Network. Make sure you watch the shows, the rest of the shows. Sports for You. We have Sports for You wrestling tonight. Is it Can you correct me if I'm wrong? Sports for You or Sports for You wrestling? Um, and then also the Humble Roses podcast. Yeah. So shout out. Even I'm the resident Rhea Ripley fan. Okay. I proudly wear that. And I love Rhea. She's my number one. Okay. I love others too, but she's my number one. However, realization number one for this week. I like Liv. I like Liv Morgan. I like her style. Like her, the persona. I get it. Like what really sealed it for me was the when she was on Stephanie McMahon's podcast, What's Your Story? Her story, just everything, she's super relatable. Just like how I feel about Rhea. To me, like for me, Rhea, when she opens up about her story and her struggles, like her challenges and whatnot, it's super relatable. And that's what I like connect with. And then they actually even just talked about her, just her persona, her character, and how she kind of like went through a little bit of like character development. She was basically like finding herself as a character, although I kind of got it already. Like when I saw her, like she kind of what's that um the Joker's girlfriend? Harley Quinn. She kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like I kind of, yeah, I kind of got that. Like the way, even when she had like the blue tongue, like, all the time, like, yeah, like I got it.
Juvenile delinquent.
Well, no, he didn't. Really? Wow, that's shade.
Look, I know the Riot Squad, when it used to be a faction, they was on Raw and SmackDown, so probably one of those two. I can't remember which episode, but I do remember Michael Cole said that. I'm like he said that out of nowhere.
Wow.
And I was like zoning out, and one time I'm like, did he just say that?
Yeah, that's kind of, especially kind of considering her background, like her story. That's kind of fucked up to say.
Oh,
Yeah, she did. Yeah, what got me was when she and they showed it and there's this clip there was clips on X when she got emotional about being able to retire her mom, have her like her brother and her family like come see her shows. Yeah, just super relatable. Like even just her personality, just the persona, super relatable. So yeah, yeah. Like I said, Rhea's still my girl, and we're gonna talk about that too, because we're gonna talk about that on Raw, because they've been reunited. and I'm actually, and I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared about that when it comes to the titles. I'm, I'll hit on it when we talk about Raw, because I'm still going through my but I'm kind of like, well, because okay, well, I'll say this, like the match I call them the lives because I call Roxanne Perez Brunette Liv. So the lives are gonna go up against Rio in Canada. Rhea hates Canada. So I'm scared. I'm scared they're gonna drop the titles because of that. Like, yeah, I'm scared they're gonna drop the titles to the lives, just kind of going off of that. And I'm just like, really? Has to be in Canada, fucking A. So realization number two is misinformation and the absence of critical thinking and objectivity. And this actually still has to do with wrestling. So, the reason why I point this out is because there is Wrestle Ops, and I noticed that they've kind of done this before as well. Um, and maybe, and they're probably not the only ones. But Wrestle Ops put a photo of Javon Evans, and they said, "Okay, WWE sees that it was quoted. WWE reportedly sees Javon Evans as someone who can be a star, but not a franchise star." First of all, shade. Second of all, they don't put the source. Like, if you're gonna, if you oh no, I know, I see that because I went on. If they did say at Wrestling Observer. So I saw that and I saw Dave Meltzer and I know that, he has a reputation for not being credible, things of that nature. But still, I guess I think maybe it's the student in me that I'm like, okay, cite your sources. Like I want to be able to read that for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna say like if you're gonna paraphrase, like you need to put, back in the day you had when you make a statement and then you put a claim to back it up. Like you don't just say it. So I'm just like, because we know nowadays that accounts, especially like accounts like these who, have a big following, um, will kind of spin shit and they'll kind of twist words. And I want to be able to read it for myself or watch it for myself and come to my own come to my own judgment based on the things that were reportedly said. Um, John from Sports for You and Sports for You Wrestling says, consider the source, as you were saying, Megan, consider the source. It was Dave Meltzer. Were you going to speak to that a little bit further?
I I get a lot of information from these different accounts, absolutely. But I also do know that a lot of these a lot of the people that do run these accounts don't have a journalism degree. They never went to school for journalism. They don't know the first thing about the integrity that comes with the job of being a journalist. You know, they're bloggers. They're bloggers with very big platforms. You don't necessarily have to have a degree to be a blogger. And yeah, as long as I've been doing this year will make 10 years. Um, I had to learn the hard way that, yes, if you see a tweet like that and they don't cite the sources, which a lot of these accounts don't know, that that is usually how you not only build your own reputation, but that is also how you keep a budding relationship between yourself and those that you're getting this information from.
Right.
Usually I just have to dig deep and find where this information comes from myself. You know, you gotta do your research on these things. Simply because, you know, they just want to get the information out there. They want to be the first ones to do it, to get the most clicks, to get the most views. I call this the TMZ effect because I feel like TMZ is what really opened the door for, you know, just get the information out quick, fast, and easy. But the one thing about TMZ is that they're about 99.99999%, you know, with their information. Why? Because you have an attorney that runs the company that also has a journalism degree. So he knows his way around.
Right.
You
Right.
know, so he's going to make sure he's not going to find himself or his company in a position of being. But a lot of these websites don't. Now, Russell, I I get some information from them. You might see me retweet them from time to time. But I think that's and then of course with for information when it goes back to within itself with Javon, I just I want to know where David's getting his information from.
That part. That part.
Telling me this, like who is telling you this? Who is telling me that Javon right up there with well, right up there with Trick, if done correctly, you can build a brand around this event. That's why all three of them got called up all at the same time. Sean saw it.
Mm-hmm.
NXT was practically the male division was practically built around them. So for him to say that Javon it can't be a franchise star, I think that was a biased opinion.
Right. Right.
I understand deliver last year in that triple threat for the NXT title. So if you want to be biased, you ain't talking about that match.
Absolutely.
Well, that's why I also said this is why this is why realization number 2 is called this information and the absence of critical thinking and objectivity. Like,
You need to see a story and the source is one. I definitely take it with a grain of salt. Dave is so outdated. I want him to rest. I want him to rest, retire. You think you've been doing this since the 70s?
ooh, damn. Oh, he old. He old. Okay, but what I will say though, and John also said from Sports for You, he also said, shout out to you, Megan. um, what'd you say?
Oh, no, no. Go ahead.
Um,
He He knows where to find me.
What I will say before I move on, what I will say is Dave Meltzer, though, he was right about Karrion Kross, about that contract situation. He was right about that.
Yeah.
So he doesn't completely miss, and I've noticed that. Sometimes he does hit, sometimes he doesn't.
He got a lot more misses.
He does? Okay. Okay. Well, I'm still kind of new. I'm still kind of new, so I'm learning. I'm learning.
I give Dave his respect for the longevity of being in the game for as long as he has. Rightfully so.
Right.
Within the last years or so, he has shown a lot of bias towards AEW. That is his bread and butter.
Oh.
Call him out to his star ratings when it comes down to WWE matches. Now I do feel like, you know, people are prone to latch on to different, programs that they feel more relatable or shows that they watch more. A lot of my episodes were mainly WWE based, but I did talk about AEW because I watch AEW too. Now, within the last couple of months, I can say I have really enjoyed the AEW product.
Yeah.
Probably a little more than WWE right now, but it's a seesaw effect. They have their ups and downs with me, and but for Dave to be in as long as he has been, he's held on a different platform. He's held on a different pedestal, and a lot of the things that he does report, it doesn't always sound, you know, truthful. It sounds more of an opinion or what he feels is. A lot of the time he has been proven right. As the Karrion Kross situation, I feel like there was probably a lot of people behind the scenes talking about it. The fans was just really the last to know. We didn't think that he didn't necessarily think that they was going to let Karrion go, and the way that they set it up is that we didn't let him go. He just chose not to renew his contract. But yeah, you put him in a position to where you're not going to offer his wife one.
Right.
Why would I stay?
Right.
Package deal. And Carrie made the right choice. And I feel like WWE will one day realize what they lost, and they have to come back. I could definitely see the both of them coming back later on down the road. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Another awkward position.
Well, okay, we see.
It doesn't take 10 years like with CM Punk, but eventually, they had to make amends with both him and AJ, and they had to bring both of them back. So,
Punk is different because when he came back, it was at the right time. They just put Karrion Kross with Drew and Roman Reigns just out of nowhere. We were so focused on Drew and Roman, all of a sudden you hear TikTok, then this dude coming out and attacking Drew. I'm like, what are we doing? Like, why is this happening in this segment where he clearly doesn't belong?
Well, what I will. No worries. What what I will say is, and then I would read John's comment. He mentioned Stand and Deliver too. What I will say is, I mean, it might be Carry On and Scarlett, excuse me, thank you. They might be back sooner than we think. I don't think it'll be 10 years. You know what? Because I mean, I don't know. I feel like they tried to spin like Alistair Black and Zelina Vega, like they tried to like get them to fill that like their role. And I don't know if it's hitting like, well, okay. It's not hitting the way it would have hit if they had done it. No shade to those two, but I'm just that's just my opinion. I feel like if Carry On and Scarlett had stayed, I feel like that it would have that whole thing like with Damien or like trying to get people to turn and things of that nature because they were kind of already going that route. Wasn't it between Carry On and Sammy? Like Carry On kind of getting in his head. So right. So that's what I'm saying. Like I think it would have hit a lot harder if they had stayed. And then instead they kind of put Zelina Vega and Aleister Black in that, and it's not hitting. Like it's just not.
See, see how Karen was the so-called devil's advocate. It started to rub off on Alistair a little bit, how he was trying to play mind games with Damien. I'm just not realizing that.
Yeah. Yeah. Um John says, me and Tro were at Stand and Deliver, and Javon looked like a star in that match to me. And to be doing that as a 20 at 21 is even more impressive. Yeah, he's still so young. I yeah, for real, for real. Bouncy Bun Brigade. That's the club that I have invented for Javon Evans because he wears a bun in the ring and it's bouncy and he's bouncy and then I have my bun up sometimes it's a bouncy bun so I'm like bouncy bun brigade. But yeah, so yeah, yeah, so that didn't, I don't know, that didn't quite, that was that, so that was realization 2. Realization 3, and we kind of talked about this, we kind of touched on this earlier, how it's getting a little played out. But based on this past weekend, did y'all see? Okay, the realization is Jade really is that bitch. And I am referencing Jade Cargill and Jordan Grace's back and forth on X. The one I'm showing is, oh Lord, she's talking about Jordan's glutes. She said, "You left your glutes at home, though." Oh my God. I, and the reason why, then they, okay, hold on. So, and then there was that one. Oh Lord. Ugh, then there. Then Jordan claps back and says, since a bitch is a female dog, it does make sense that you're barking a lot. Ah, man. Well, I mean, she does bite though. She bites kind of hard. I mean, she do. And then they went, oh my God. And then Jordan Grace had the, oh, Jordan took me out with this when she said, um, when she I work out legs twice a week and don't appreciate you making fun of my genetically concave ass. I died. I died. Genetically concave ass.
On that
She's wearing it like I mean, she's owning it. She is owning it because the reason why I fell out when I first saw Jade's tweet was because, oh my gosh, I don't even want to, because I'm not trying to get canceled or be accused like body shaming, because that is actually what happened to Jade. Because somebody was like, this person, first of all, their name is Jesus Lover on X. And then they said, stop body shaming, like hashtag stop body shaming. And then Jade said, oh, shut up. It's always something with y'all. So I would, because, yeah. And then, uh, I just, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna, you know that saying, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Yeah, I think that okay, John is saying something nice, so we'll go to John. I thought it was entertaining and they're going to beat the living hell out of each other. That is going to be a good match.
This man, I said do it.
Okay. I
Keep saying why Jay in the Venom like you when I remember when Jay to win the title initially when she won Queen of the Ring, I'm like, no, because if she would have won it at SummerSlam, it would have been so much power like we are now. Now that she's champion, who do you got her to face? And you got Jordan, but I mean,
well, now you have Jordan. She also had to stare down with Rhea Ripley. She had to stare down with Charlotte Flair. Yeah. Yeah. So she did have, so there are people, I mean, for sure Charlotte and for sure Rhea. People have been saying they want Rhea and Jade like since last year. Like,
to give up to USA, but Rhea's never been a SmackDown. She's gonna since the pandemic.
well, but she won. No, but didn't she win the SmackDown title and then it was converted into the world title?
Won the SmackDown title, but she was never drafted to SmackDown because they for the 2023 they traded Bianca to SmackDown and they kept Rhea on, and that's when they changed the SmackDown title to the Women's World title. She never won the titles.
Right. And what were you going to say, Megan?
Um, I want to be the bad guy in this situation, but I don't want to see Jay go up against Rhea just yet.
Yeah. I feel that.
Um, Rhea is still a wrestler in the ring over Jade,
Yeah.
and with Jade being champion, we don't need her to look bigger than Rhea. And right now, if Rhea was to downplay it against Jade, people wouldn't think it's realistic.
Right.
You know, like with her being as big over Impact and with again, it looks believable. If she was to go up against someone like Rhea, dominate opponents in the ring,
Mm-hmm.
it wouldn't make Jade look strong as a champion.
Right.
This is why I'm not even really rushing her and Bianca because
That's
Bianca's on class.
that's what that yep. That's yep.
And then I see her lose some of the matches that I knew she should not have lost. I know she should not have, especially watching her in TNA. You know, Jordan should have been Blake. Huh?
Next time one of the matches she should have won with Blake the first time.
I can say that. I can say the match with her and Kalani.
Oh, thank you.
Like some matches with that the Juggernaut from TNA, the one that was sitting there whooping on Masha and all the other knockouts in TNA. There's a lot of matches Jordan should not have lost.
And he was the one that was beating the crap out of Naomi.
Huh. I think it's going to be a good match. I think they both going to give each other a good run. And I see that they are starting to add more time on Jade's matches. Jade's matches used to be kind of short. And I see that they're now adding time to it. But she's not going to be able to dominate Jordan in that match the way she has with Fab or the way she has with she fight recently.
So, she's
With Fab.
yeah. Other than Tiffany,
Yeah, it's just been those two. Yeah.
but she got a sever in her shoulder, and then B had a concussion protocol, and then she fought Bailey on the house show. So yeah, just
Yeah.
B.
Yeah. So how much you gonna be able to throw Jordan around in the ring like that? But I have noticed that they are kind of keeping her separate from Latch. And I feel like that might be a big thing that they can some
Well, to speak on that, to
Yeah, waiting since I called. I wanted against Bianca, her versus Jay, her versus Charlotte.
well, to speak on that. So we got some people on YouTube saying there's enough to keep Sportsby, there's enough to keep her occupied until EST returns. Jade's not Jade's not in that promo for nothing. Her opponent was at the table until a certain EST steps back in the chat. And then Brandon, hey Brandon, says, I believe Jade could start a faction alongside Nia Jax and Lash Legend.
Back then, it'll be like her, B, and Michin, and if it's not Michin,
It's
Jada Parker.
It's not going to be Mishan. But I will say, I think that when they were, okay, the last interaction she had with BFAB, or no, that Meechin had with BFAB, because Meechin was talking about like stepping up, being about that life. And then BFAB just seemed like her face, she just seemed very hesitant. And she really wasn't like supporting Meechin like she should, because essentially Meechin was stepping up to Jade in backing BFAB up. So she should be like, yeah, girl, whoop her. You know what I'm saying? But she's not, or she wasn't. At least not the last time. So that's what I was like. That's
BFAB was looking at her like, then you not gonna do that to you. You know?
but
She has a sense of
you think I think
Do not trust B.
yeah, she looked like I think Jay beat the baddie into her or something. You know, she
All that.
no, they say you can't even join them.
right.
BFAB like I'd rather be for you, not against you, girl.
And that's actually what I kind of wanted to touch on too, like about I know I'm kind of jumping like, okay, oh, I'm gonna just go ahead and just jump. I had another realization, but that actually kind of brings me to WWE Raw. That's what that if you can't beat them, join them. That's what I'm kind of a little bit um like kind of like anticipating, like, oh shit, is this really gonna happen? Um And I am referring to Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. So, yes, Rio. The reason being, eventually these two are gonna have to split up. They ain't gonna be forever. Okay. I'm a realist. Don't shoot the messenger. And of course, I'm gonna be very upset, of course, when that happens, when that day comes. Um, it's just kind of one of those things where, I mean, of course, on Raw, so they open the show, issue an open challenge, the lives, and Bailey and Lyra come out, plead their cases. EO basically incites a brawl, and then the Kabuki Warriors come out and sneak them, and then there's a three-way. What was that? The three-way was yes, yes. In which, of course, we know that the lives won. So yeah. And then again, so I'm kind of scared. One, that is going to be in Canada, which Rhea don't like Canada. And I'm like, okay, damn. So that's one. Then two, like I said, eventually Rio's gonna have to break up. And it's kind of one of those things where someone just said, if you can't beat them, join them. I think that was you, Megan. Was it you who said that? Um, yeah, if you can't beat them, join them. So it's kind of like it that kind of that kind of that reminds me of their situation because Rhea has still had not, up until they joined or up until they were tag team, Rhea had not beaten Io on her own. And we all know Rhea's stubborn. She's even said she's stubborn. Well, that was out of character. She was on a thing and she said she's stubborn. But even with the whole, like, her and Charlotte went back and forth until she actually finally beat Charlotte. So it's kind of like, I'm like, okay, are they gonna flip it and have, because I can't see EO turning heel. I just can't see it. I don't know if she's had it before, if she's been a heel before, but
Yeah.
In NXT, before they changed her to a face, she was a heel when she came with Dakota and Bailey in 2023
okay.
SummerSlam in Nashville, Tennessee, when Bianca, Becky, and they came out on SummerSlam. They made a
Okay. So, yeah, I don't know. And then, so there's that. So she has been a heel. Okay. So I guess so that is possible. However, I also am kind of looking at her story, like her arc so far. So she was betrayed by the Kabuki Warriors. She's in this phase where she is, it's like she's still kind of breaking away from, not breaking away from it, but like, because she's already broken away, but it to me it seems kind of, in my mind it seems kind of maybe too soon for her to turn against Rhea. So I'm thinking, and then Rhea has been well, kind of, has she been, yeah, I guess she's okay, so she's face ever since she got turned on. So which, right, right, since last year. So I'm thinking that it's probably going to be Rhea. And Sports for You Wrestling also says, I think Rhea will turn, but booking EO to do so would set it all off.
turn heel, it wouldn't make sense because if we talking about who got something to gain, it's Rhea. Because as you said, Rhea never being, that's her kryptonite. So whenever, because I'm thinking, once they keep the titles until Mania, I think that's when they drop them, and then after that, they start planting some seeds, and then that's whenever they do pull the trigger on Rhea to attack Io, because I think that should be a SummerSlam match. Because Rhea doesn't have a win at SummerSlam, and not only should we to kill two birds in one stone, beat Io and get a win at SummerSlam.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, to kind of redeem. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. So that's why I mean, that was just my thing. Well, not the whole, not the SummerSlam. Like that just adds to it. But so I wasn't thinking about that. But I was just thinking about their character wise. I'm like, it doesn't really make sense for Io right now. It makes more sense for Rhea. And that's gonna be quite the day. Oh God, scared. I'm I still fuck with Rhea. That's still my girl. I don't care what she does. That's it. And I mean, if she does some fuck shit, I mean, of course I'm gonna say, because I mean, when she turned on Liv and did that to her shoulder, I was like, Liv kind of deserved to get her lick back. Like keeping it real. She in like for real, like in especially like in everyday life, yeah, she needed to get her lick back. Um, but she just took it to a whole nother level when she got her look back. But yeah, so that was kind of what I was thinking when you were that kind of popped it off. The whole like you can't beat them, join them. Um, so let's see. Okay, that was a response too. Okay. Okay. So now that we're talking about Raw, um, going down, AJ Styles vowed to make Gunther tap. And I mean, he technically did. Yeah. I mean, was that a mess up on AJ's part? Yeah. I mean, but that was really smart though with Gunther. That was really smart. He kind of pulled like a Dom, where Dom like rang the bell. He pulled a Dom. That was funny. Um, Javon Evans went against one part of Starbucks. Um, well, yeah, the Americanos. Yeah. I call them Starbucks. Yes. Yeah, okay, so I have like nicknames for you'll find out. Like I said, um, what's it called? The Liv Morgan and Roxanne are the Livs. I called Roxanne Brunette Liv. Yeah. You'll you'll learn. You'll see. Um and then Jay Uso comes out alone to warn the men's tag division again. Which I'm like, what's up with that? Like, there's no one to take them on. But then later on, the Alpha Academy comes out and says that they want a shot. And then Jay actually looked kind of nervous. Uh, so I think that, I mean, if when we get that match, they're not, the Alpha Academy is not going to take the titles from them just yet.
2022 when they beat RK Bro. So it's been a while.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's not going to happen. But yeah, there was that happened. Um, the triple threat contenders the triple threat number one contenders tag match was good. Talked about that, how I'm a little nervous for that. I think that's in what, a week now? Is it next week? Next Saturday? It's for It's SNME for Saturday Night Main Event. So that'll be the 24th if it's next, if it's the, yeah, if it's on the 20, yeah, you said 25th, so 24th is on Saturday. Is that gonna, is that still on Peacock?
Yeah, it's on Peacock.
Okay, yeah, so everyone on YouTube, it's still on Peacock. And then Maxine addresses Becky when she's with the Alpha Academy, saying she's gonna get her in an ankle lock and break her ankle. And I think, girl, you need to get into the move. You do something else.
We gonna call it a day with Rebecca and Maxine. Cause so far, Maxine is up by 3, Becky's up by 2. So Becky needs to tie it up to end this.
Yeah. Yeah. So Penta and Dragon Lee versus the Sty, aka the Astigmatism, aka the Vision. Austin Theory.
Name for the people that in.
The Vision, yeah, well, the Vision, at first, the Vision was the Astigmatism. And now I have rebranded them to the Sty because they are like a pimple on your eye. They just bug, they just bother you. You just, so that's why they're now the Sty. Um, so Austin Theory and Bronson Reed. Austin Theory's looking a little more comfortable in his role now. He's getting a little more not that he wasn't looking comfortable before, but I just think he looked a little bit better than he has this week. I'll give him that. Um, and the match ends in a DQ because of Bert Sienna, aka Braun Breaker. Uh, huh? A mole. Yeah, there was a really funny meme that someone put out. Well, not a meme, it was a GIF, like Edward Scissorhands cutting and it like a dog or something. It was bald. Yeah, it was funny. Yeah, so. And then and then also, for those of you on YouTube, shout out to Brandon, all you guys still watching. Did you guys see the WrestleMania, the new WrestleMania commercial with the celebrities pitching? Um, what I took from that was Dominic Mysterio, the musical. Now, I don't even like musicals, but I would watch that. I think they should send it. I think that was the best idea from that that commercial. And then of course the main event for the first time ever. Okay, so it said on the screen that AJ Styles and Gunther, that was their first time ever, like they got in the ring for the first time ever with each other. Is that true? Oh, televised.
You know whatever happened off camera, but yeah, televised. Yeah, that was the first match, and I don't see them finishing with that.
Right. Oh no, that has just begun. And that was a good match too. It was a good. AJ was kicking the shit out of Gunther. Oh my god.
Jimmy had a bitch slap because when he bitch slapped Gunther, it was more believable, and when he did it, it was like but take a page out of Naomi's husband and actually learn how to bitch slap.
There we go. There we go. Oh, okay. John's tribal chief. What do you mean, John? Tribal chief. What are you referring? I don't know what that. Can you type in the chat what you mean? Um, and then Brandon says all black woman faction would definitely work on SmackDown because the last one was Sasha, Naomi, Tamina, which was short lived. Okay. Which, speaking of SmackDown, I usually go in order, but yeah, SmackDown was in Berlin. It's still part of the European tour, and Berlin was lit. Europe is always like loud as fuck. They were really loud for Randy, belting out his song, and Trick got a good reception as well. Someone even had whoop that Trick sign in the audience. Um, and he's making enemies everywhere him and his lemon pepper steppers go. Um, he interrupted the Viper, and then Randy decided to show him who's boss. And then, of course, Mizarella, aka the Miz, comes out and attacks Randy from behind, trying to get his leg back. But then he gets RKO'd again. Um, so so yeah, so my name for the Miz is Mizarella because he, always complaining about something.
Miss for me.
Miserable bit at. um, and then let's see. Trick Williams versus Ray Phoenix. I think that was a pretty good match. Trick won, of course. Um, you know, SmackDown debut, so yeah. So him going up against Ray Phoenix, I mean, that kind of, that makes sense. So yeah, I wasn't surprised by that, but it was a good match. Um, and now, and then speaking of going back to Aleister Black and Zelina, I wonder what they're gonna do now because Damian Priest is now eyeing the WWE Undisputed Championship. So he's looking to go down the road that will lead him to Cody Rhodes. So I know eventually when that time does come, it's I mean I don't know, there might be some shenanigans, but I don't think that I mean the match should have put an end to that feud. Like that should have just killed it. Huh. Yeah.
So I'm like, hit this new bit. The minute I just turn it up, we're just going to sleep.
Right. Right.
Every other week.
Right. Yeah, so yeah, that was getting old. Again, I think that if Zelina, or not Zelina, if Carrion Cross and Scarlet Bordeaux Scarlet had been involved, I think it would have been a little more interesting and they could have actually done something with them. Now it's like, what are you gonna do with Aleister Black and Zelina? I guess. So, right. Yeah, so Zelina.
Title, I would just say here, she didn't have a good reign. All she was doing is be stuck in the Chelsea Green in the Secret Herbert's vortex. And they put the title on Julia, which Julia, I'm gonna keep saying it, they rushed the hell out of her. She's never gonna come back to the main ring because there was still much to learn and to do, and the fact they just rushed her up. I mean, she barely gets any crowd reaction. I mean, the fact that she won the title.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And she beat Alexa Bliss and still didn't get no pop.
Yeah.
This is a former five-time women's champion. How the hell you don't get a pop when you're dealing with a five-time women's champion and Alexa Bliss?
Right.
That means you're definitely doing something wrong. You should never put a title back on Julia because, yeah, Chelsea, and people complain why Chelsea don't defend a title, but it's character development, and Chelsea has character. That's what she has to love. Other people love her.
Very true. Yeah, it was I don't know. Yeah, and then the next match of Julia and Alexa versus Alexa um for the championship, US Women's Championship. Um and of course Julia, like you said, Julia retained. The one thing though that I will say that I kind of um that maybe a little bug was dropped. I don't know because Charlexa. So Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss. We know Alexa was backstage and she was chatting with Charlotte over the phone because Charlotte was sick. And then Nia and Lash pull up and say, well, hey, she's not here for you. The minute that it's about you, you know, she's nowhere to be found. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Nia had a point, and then that kind of like just dropped a seed a little bit. And then now, you kind of see like Alexa maybe questioning Charlotte's loyalty. I mean, if you think back to Survivor Series, I just realized I didn't have music on in the background. If you think back to Survivor Series, I mean, they had to get. I mean, finally Alexa got Charlotte and Rhea. They got on the same page, but Charlotte was almost like, nope, that almost was not happening. Right. Which I mean, in Charlotte's defense, I understand. It's understandable. But yeah. So I think that Naya is really trying to, instead of they're trying to do through the whole psychological warfare thing. And it could work. We'll see how it unfolds. Right. We haven't really, just by themselves. Well, no, I know. Yeah. Yeah, but that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Like the pairs just by themselves. Yeah. Not the, yeah. Oh. Yep. So let's see how that unfolds. And then of course Jordynne Grace is officially signed to SmackDown. Chelsea Green interrupted her, and that's how we got Alba Fire versus Jordynne Grace, which was, I mean, Jordynne's debut, and of course Jordynne fucked her up. The 8-man tag match between the MFT and Wyatt Six. This match was it was too short. I feel like it was too short. It was a little disappointing. I like the way that it ended with Solo taking the lantern, but I just felt like that match was missing a lot. Like it was fast paced and it was starting off well, but it was kind of one of those like you blink and it's over. And I'm like, why did that happen? Why did they lose my mind? If you really use a lot, that team's gonna win with their shenanigans and BS. Really surprised. It was like, okay, here we go. Random man tag, just get it over with. Let the team win. And do it. Also, a clip of Solo on a live event. We're gonna run with it. A lantern? Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm interested to tune in to see what's gonna happen, like with that. Then we had the men's US Championship Open Challenge match. It was Carmelo Hayes and Shinsuke Nakamura. He is him and he did not miss. He retained. Good match though, of course. I'm really enjoying. I like Shinsuke. He gives very like rock star energy. I like him. And then we learn about the contenders qualifying matches to qualify for the challenge for the undisputed championship. So to face whoever has it. So now that we know, fast forward, now we know whoever wins this round of matches is going to face Drew McIntyre. So, huh? Right. Oh, it's at Rumble? Oh, okay. It's at Rumble. Okay.
That four-way faces Drew for that title and get a first prize.
I don't think it's a 4. I think they're separate matches, aren't they? Because isn't it? Because you're starting with Randy Orton and The Miz, and I think they're all next Friday in the UK, or this coming Friday in the UK, right? So it's Randy.
I'm saying it's a separate practice to lead to the fatal four-way.
Okay, I missed that part. Okay.
Yeah, fatal four. We paid Drew and the 31st at Rumble in South.
Okay. Oh no, you're good. No, because I missed the fatal 4-way. I missed that part. So I'm glad you said something. Because I was like, I thought it was just gonna be like the matches, like those 4 matches, like how for the retirement tour, for John Cena's retirement tour. Like, but it's like that. Yeah. Okay, so John says, kind of going back just real quick to, I think, Julia. Talk about Julia. Yeah. She's missing something. She's missing what I don't know. She's dope, clearly. She's not relating to the fans. But like Trell reminded me, Io went through this too early before, because she really got going in NXT. So I guess that's similar paths. Once Kiana James turns on her, I think people will start to change, but I think she eventually pop. Okay.
And she lost the Stephanie, but then she literally returned a week ago and turned heel. I'm like, oh, so you just had her lose with an injury, then come back, turn heel, then have the fatal four-way, went on the main roster heel, and I'm like, okay, so you just became a heel just because you lost the title? I'm like, I really don't get it.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Julia.
Oh, okay.
Because she's still a heel, but I'm like, what?
Well, that's what John was saying. He said once Kiana turns on her, he thinks Kiana James is gonna turn on her, and then eventually turning Julia face, and then people will get on her side then.
When Kiana was sitting at Julia's title, if Julia deal when she lost, always after her as a face, and then if you were into the main roster, I guess the heel, people are sort of trying to connect with her, but then like she's trying to speak English a little bit. I mean, it's getting better. Let's say, Eva Dirch. Every time she leaves an interview.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, I mean, I feel like Julia, and then we're gonna get back on what we were talking about before on SmackDown. Well, she's on SmackDown too, but yeah, like I feel like it's interesting. I feel like she's more over in the IWC than she is in live in person. Damn. But people online do. I know, but they ain't paying for the tickets. Okay, so huh. Well, maybe. Yeah. Oh.
Was in a Stephanie McCurry position, we would have a whole different. But because where she is now, that's a whole understatement, a complete 180.
Yeah. Well, I know John's kind of, I think, agreeing with you here. The main thing with Julia is whatever success she has will always be compared to Stephanie, because they both arrived near the same time, and Stephanie turned into a megastar. However, okay, but what was Julia's track record before? Because Stephanie, I watched her interview with Chris Van Vliet, and Stephanie had already kind of like made a name for herself, like wrestling elsewhere. As a matter of fact, she was offered main roster off bat, and she declined. She thought about it, and then she declined and said, "No, I'm going to do developmental." So she had already had hers. She already had hers before WWE. So was that the same case for Julia?
And they both pick NXT. I feel like the next season has women's division there.
Okay. Well, Julia was the.
When he faced Mercedes Moné title, after I really got to know who she is and what she got. And then when I first heard she got signed to WWE, I'm like, okay, it's not a time where she made an in-ring debut.
Right. Okay, John says Julia was the GOAT in Japan. Okay. So she had her. Okay, so she had hers too. All right, interesting.
Japan can translate to the American audience.
Right. That's true. Because I even, especially when it comes to women's wrestling, because I was actually watching like the history on that, like women's wrestling. It was kind of via Becky Lynch. Someone put out a like kind of like a video essay or whatever, like document. Well, no, I wouldn't call it documentary. I mean, it's kind of what's documentary. I just a documentary on YouTube. And they went all the way back and like backtracked women's wrestling history. And of course, in Japan, like Japan was already on women's wrestling way before like the United States. Like the US basically didn't take women's wrestling seriously up until like recently almost, but Japan was already doing it way before. So that makes sense then. Thinking of it when I like putting the two together, that makes sense. So then SmackDown, the 3 stages of hell match with Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre for the championship. First stage was traditional wrestling. Second was falls count anywhere. Is that what it was called? Okay. And then the steel cage match. So best 2 out of 3. The beginning, I noticed Cody got booed. They did, yeah. And that's why Drew wanted it there. Right. Yep. So I'm like, wow. which makes me think, because Finn Balor has a match against CM Punk, and I'm like, I know they're not going to have Finn Balor take that title off Punk already. They're not going to have Balor take that title.
Got injured with Steph and relinquished it to next night.
Yeah.
Never good.
Oh Lord, not Pin.
When was the last time you got a single with a consistent basis?
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
His leg was talking her shit. He called out on his bullshit.
She called him out, and Finn is petty. He had that petty look in his eye. I'm like, oh Lord, Liv, you should have. He is not wrong, but you need to look at what happened with Rhea. You see what happened when he got petty. Liv, girl, you in danger. He's gonna get petty. It's gonna be petty. All right. So yeah, all right. Yeah. So Cody got booed. And then the first stage ended quick. Drew got that quick. Got that W out the way. And okay, then with the turnbuckle, the distraction, and then just kicked Cody in the peanut balls. Just boom. Second stage, Cody was whooping on Drew through the crowd. Taking selfies, throwing beverages, then threw him in the snack table backstage. And then Cody shoves a banana in Drew's mouth. Okay. He put a banana in his mouth. Which now thinking back on, I'm like, okay, what? Oh, all right. Yeah, okay. So, but then, Cody, he had got a second win after he got kicked in the balls. He needed to win to stay in the match. Let's see. And it was, back and forth, looking at my notes. Like, I take notes. All right. Wins with a crossroads through the announce table, which I think Drew almost slipped. He had to catch his footing. I just thought about that. And then, so now at that time, they're tied. Third stage, steel cage match. The Supreme. Okay. I knew there was a point when I knew that Cody was gonna lose. There was instead of Cody continuing to climb up over the fence, because there was a time I believe that they were both climbing. Instead of, and I think Drew had fallen down. Instead of Cody continuing to climb up, because he was ahead of Drew. Instead of continuing to climb up, I feel like that he was vengeful, and Drew had really gotten his head. He even said back in a previous promo that Drew had got to him. He got in his head at the moment, and instead of going to keep climbing and to go out of the cage and win and retain, he decides to do a Supreme Cody Cutter. So going back down into the cage. And at that moment, I was like, you lost. That was where Cody lost. And yeah, because he was vengeful. Then at, huh? Who was he trying to save?
He was trying to stop Jacob being the crap out of Drew.
No, that was no. This was before. This is before Jacob came into the picture. I don't. Yeah, I wish I don't know. I don't know how to clip. Like, I wish I could like clip stuff on Netflix or whatever. Like, I don't know how people do that. I wish I knew how, because if I did, I would have clipped that moment that I tried to describe. Because, like I said, when I was watching it, I was like, that's the moment. You lost. Because you should have kept going. You should have kept climbing. That was your moment. But of course, you know, it was written as such. And the outcome, I'm happy with the outcome. But yeah, that was, I clocked it. And then, after that happens, and they're, you know, going back and forth. And then, Jacob Fatu. Well, first, of course, at first, it's not obviously Jacob. It is I'm going to turn the volume off because I'm on YouTube. I don't want to get copyright shit. Even though it'll probably catch me anyway, whatever. But gate opens. There's a man or someone in all black. And then they reveal them. I thought it was going to be another like mystery person, and we weren't going to know who it was. Thankfully, it wasn't. And then we see it's Jacob Fatu. Now, Jacob has come to get his lick back. Remember when he got his teeth knocked out? And we was trying to figure out who done it. So I think this kind of shows us who done it. And because Jacob proceeds to just, they lock eyes, goes after him. And then, oh, this is what you mean by Captain Save-A-Ho. That too. I don't think in that moment he was trying to be Captain Save-A-Ho. I think he was thinking, hey man, what are you doing in my match? Like, get the fuck out of here. That's what I think that was. I don't think he was trying to save Drew. I think he was just like mad, like, get out. What are you doing? You know? I think that's what that was. But yes, Cody did mess up on that part too, because he then proceeds to go after Jacob. Jacob turns around and goes after him. And then that's how Drew wins. So, yeah, definitely. But at the end of it, you do see that Jacob is looking stuck because he did not want Drew to. He looks stuck when Drew wins because he looking like he didn't want that. So that's why I'm like, okay. So I think we know about who knocked his teeth out. So yeah. Possibly, or actually, I was just thinking, like, what if Cody and Drew had worked in tandem to have that happen? They were? Cody and Drew were? didn't know that. So that's why I'm thinking like, well, I just thought about it just now, and I'm just like, well, what if like they had kind of discussed it together or something? And yeah, I don't know. I'm showing a video. So this is fan footage of. Yeah, I know you can't see it, Jameer, sorry. It's fan footage of Drew and his win. How everyone was like celebrating and shit. I think I'll post it in the pics. But yeah. So Jacob returning was not on my bingo card. Really?
Jacob just the way he just walked up instantly, like, yeah, Jacob.
But what about like? But what about like before? I mean, like before. Like, did you have an instinct like before? I didn't think that he was coming back at all, especially during that match. I thought that Oba Femi was gonna pull up because Oba still got beef.
In my back pocket, but like the more safe and obvious safe would be Jacob. You know, when things go land on SmackDown because it keeps showing the same vignette.
Yeah.
Wrong. Where do you have his name in blue?
Oh, I didn't clock that. I didn't see that. I didn't notice it. Okay. Yeah. Well. Yeah, that wasn't on my bed. That was actually like a for me, that was where I didn't expect that at all. Yeah, well, I mean that's actually really good on WWE's part to do stuff like that. Because
people who knew it was coming, people who knew that was coming, and then people who didn't saw it. You didn't see that.
yeah, I sure did. I sure didn't. So yeah, no, I did not see that coming. I had to charge my phone. Well, good. Right, for real. John, Finn and Becky both getting title matches in their home country, but Finn in his hometown is gonna have to have a massive hometown advantage. Drew wins, and the next day they're in Scotland. Coincidence? Okay, let me reread that. I don't know if Finn and Becky. Okay, but Finn is in his hometown, going to have a massive. It's going to have a massive. That's what I'm trying to read. I'm like, I don't know if I'm like misreading it or if it's just. Right. True win. Yeah, I think that's I don't know if John can. I don't know if John, if you're still speaking clear that. Well, yeah, no, but like when like, and this is no shade to like you, John. Now, some people like to be shaded. There's no shade to you, John. But like when I run on sentences and like stuff. Or like things that my brain, it's kind of hard to I'm like, what? Like it's hard for me to process. Oh, yeah. So I didn't understand. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't back you gaining titles. I think. Oh, maybe Finn is maybe. Are you saying, John, that Finn is gonna get it in his country, but that his home country, but it's just not right now? Right.
You're down and then with the time. The champion is to dominate that position. You got 5,000 for night champion or WrestleMania 41.
Yeah, I think if Finn gets it, no, no. I don't think so. But all right. Well, I think that is it. I am very hungry and I have to pee. I kind of like doing this. Okay, well, as I was doing this, like the whole spaces thing with like kind of like the call-in thing, it wasn't how I thought it was going to go, because it was kind of like, I don't know. It's basically like, maybe I should just start inviting people to be on the show so that, you know what I'm saying? So we can have the conversation face to face. But at the same time, I know that when I do the show, it's like people are not readily available because it's during work hours. So I don't know. But it's got me thinking, and I did have fun with it. It was really cool. Yeah, it was fun. And, it was folks in the comments on YouTube, receptive. So yeah, it was cool. I liked it. And it's different, Yeah, I actually like that, because then people who people who, you engage with or you see or whatever, Spaces is a chance for them. Spaces is a chance to basically get to know them, and know that, okay, you're okay, now I will, well, you don't really you're not really that active on here except for Spaces, right? You're not really active on here except for Spaces. I see that.
I'd be texting or trolling, I'm doing on Facebook.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to, now I will follow you back. What's involved? I just busted myself out. But no, but part of the reason is because, okay, when I notice that people don't really post a lot, or if people, and this is just a real moment, when people don't really post a lot, or they just repost a bunch of stuff, that doesn't really, and no shade, okay, it's your page and whatever, you do what you go do you. But when people would post stuff a lot, that doesn't really interest me. I like people to post their own thoughts, their own content. So that's why typically, sometimes just kind of for everyone watching out there, probably not that many of you probably don't really care either. But that's just me. I'm just people just reposting a bunch of stuff. I try to even not really do that on my page, to not just repost a bunch of stuff. Of course I repost some things every once in a while, but not every once in a while, often, but just not a whole bunch of just repost. Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, now, but I make an exception if and that's another reason why Spaces is really cool too, because like I said, now it's okay, I know, we've chatted, there's a little bit of a rapport there, you know what I'm saying? So it's okay, cool, yeah. So there's that too. So that's really cool. Right, I know. Well, last time I didn't bring up anyone because I wasn't sure how it was going to work. And then today I did it because I saw someone else do it. And I was like, you know what? Because I wasn't sure how it was going to work. Like, well, because also too, like you mentioned, like the technical aspect. So like the echo, like I wasn't sure how that was going to work. And I didn't want it to be like fucked up. I mean, you know, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like that was my thing. Like, that's why I kind of was like, I shied away from it. Plus I didn't know, plus like, I also too, like with the show, I do have like a format. So I wasn't sure how I was going to work with the format. And then, yeah, but then at the same time, like I said, it was fun because now I wasn't just talking to myself, which I don't mind doing that, but it's actually fun too to engage. I mean, part of the reason why you kind of like, main reason why you'll go on live and stuff like that and live stream is like I see other streamers who, you know, like talk and chat, you know, like they'll kind of do what like, or play games or stuff like that, like kind of more like interactive. And that's what's so fun about it. So I'm like, right. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, unless people do, I mean, I always have kind of like an open call for people to come on, or even on Tasty Talks, Tech Wrestling and Life, my podcast. That's more of kind of like an interview space though. But still conversations can be had there too. So that's why like when I approach people about being on shows, I give them an option. I'm like, okay, we can either kind of shoot the shit, you know, like on this one, it's kind of more like shoot the shit after I, you know, kind of do my rambling. And then you kind of like, there's open dialogue because I actually did have someone on the Mimi Morning Show. She was in India, I think, or she was in another country, so another side of the world. So that's why it worked for her, because she was nighttime for her. So it was like, okay, it was evening. So that worked, but yeah. So I hope that all y'all on YouTube enjoyed the conversation. Thank you, Jameer. Megan left. I appreciated her coming on. That was really cool because, yeah. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, so that was really cool. So yay. All right. So I hope everyone enjoyed the show. Yeah, there was actually a lot more comments and engagement. So yay. Next time when I think I'll do this again with the spaces, but of course it'll be planned, be more notice. This was kind of random. So yeah, like the other ones before were actually more notice too, a little more notice. I'm actually going to start, I don't really, because what happens is I get like busy with stuff. Like I do the show every week and then other things throughout the week. And then I don't prepare again. I mean, I gather content and stuff to talk about throughout the week in my notes. And then, but I don't set up the studio and stuff and mark it until like the day before. So I was like, you know what? I should start doing that a little sooner. So I'll just have to maybe even like on Sundays, you know, like, yeah. So I think I'll have to start doing that so they can give people more time. But yeah, thank you so much. It has been the Mimi Morning Show. It is definitely not morning anymore, not even here. And as a matter of fact, a lot of y'all is probably getting off work. So with that said, be sure to tune in to the Humble Roses podcast, which should come on in a couple of hours around 4:30 p.m. Pacific. And then Sports for You Wrestling, I believe. Sports for You Wrestling with John and Trell, who were in here on YouTube. They'll be going live. I think it's around 7:30 p.m. Pacific. I want to say 7. It kind of changes time sometimes, I think. But yeah, so around. But yes, there's more shows from the Culture Clash Network coming your way. Thank you so much. If you are driving home from work, please drive safe. And go eat your, yes, I definitely need to eat. My stomach has given up. My stomach was pissed off earlier, but now it's just given up. You know how you get to a point after you've been hungry and then your stomach is, you just like, you don't feel it anymore? That's what happened. My stomach gave up. Oh, Sports for You Wrestling, 7 p.m. Pacific. Okay. But yeah, that's what happened. My stomach has just given up, and but now it's probably just gonna hold on to the food longer, which then makes you like fat. I need to stop doing that. Anyways, I need to have snacks or something available. But anyways. Oh yeah, so Jameer says, "Hi John, good meeting. Good meeting you. Tune in, Jameer, tune in to Sports for You Wrestling. They'll probably talk about a lot of basically probably be a continuation of what we talked about, but more so. And they usually have more people. It's not just one person. There's a panel. So yeah, tune in at 7 p.m. Pacific. So yeah. All right, cool. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to go eat, pee, and I will see you next week. Ciao for now. Oh, whoops. Hold on. Oh, wait. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, bye for real. Wait, what happened? Okay. What is going on? Why am I still here? What is